or not, I always tend to be pessimistic.
I was also one of them. I know your feeling.
The next space traveler, Yuji, was also one of them. He wants everyone to be positive and optimistic, although he used to be very negative. However hard he had prepared for the worst case, he was always worried about it, like, what if that case happens? What would you do? But Yuji met a boy. This boy is so positive and optimistic, unlike him. His words changed Yuji into an optimist. This word has the power to change others into an optimist, so he wants to help you by doing so. He wants everyone to launch their rockets into the frontier with positivity.
Now, we're ready for departure. Please make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. Let's welcome today's fourth space traveler. The fourth space traveler is Mr. Yuji Ogawa from Keio University. He will deliver his speech under the title of Be the Sun. Be the Sun. So Mr. Ogawa, please come to the stage and launch a rocket to the frontier.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, and all the judges, questioner, timekeeper, and all organizers. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What if I don't pass the university? When I studied for my university entrance exam after graduation from high school, I was struck by anxiety. Even though I studied hard and took good score, I was always worried about it. Yes, I was the moon, the person who is negative and pessimistic. Then I gradually lost concentration while studying. I know I have to study, but I can't. Have you ever been disturbed by anxiety that comes from your inactivity? So today, through my travel, I would like to suggest a natural word to be the sun, which is optimistic and positive. I hope this speech will be the trigger to launch a rocket to the frontier. That is, to pursue your goals. First of all, I will tell you what is pessimistic and optimistic. Pessimistic is thinking of the worst case and being worried about it. You need to prepare now. On the other hand, optimistic is thinking that the good thing will happen in the future. This doesn't mean optimists don't make efforts and escape from reality. They think possibly, but preparing up. If you are pessimistic, you are worried about the worst case and care about it too much. But it doesn't matter. Being negative itself has good points. However, if your concern starts to annoy you, it is a sign of being disturbed by it. Anxiety causes a stress response in the brain, and the stress activates the hormone, and the hormone affects brain function aggressively. As a result, you lose concentration, and it also amplifies stress. If you are disturbed by anxiety, what happens? It's a little natural. Can't achieve your goal. When you make an effort to achieve your goal, you are worried about the worst case. But because of this anxiety, you not only become less efficient, but also lose time to practice. As a result, you take a step closer to a failure that you fear the most. This is ridiculous, isn't it? In a preparatory school, I met Apple. I always studied with him. His grade was extremely good, and he was confident, and above all, he was optimistic. He's like, that's all. I respected him, and at the same time, I was jealous. Just 1 month before the entrance examination, this section, all of us had. Hey, Loa, I have decided not to take examinations for Japanese universities. I'm planning to go to Australia. I can do what I really want to do there. His eyes were so big that there was no. I was surprised. I said, what? You can pass all the universities in Japan. Why do you take a risk just before the examinations? I don't have time to do this. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. This word stuck in my head. And finally, I found a way of hope. Why do people feel anxious? As I said before, because they are pessimists. They are pessimists, so they always look at the worst case, and then that causes anxiety. If you exceed the limit, you are disturbed. In my case, I always thought about, what if I didn't pass in university? This interfered with my studies. So if you become like the sun, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. I realized this word has a tip to overcome your negativity. Do you know Kokugama? This means the part of words in Japanese. If you keep saying positive words, your brain unconsciously slows them down. This labeling activates your brain, and you become positive, constantly. So positive word make it positive. Moreover, these words have a positive effect on others' feelings. People have mirror neural, which gives you empathy. If you say positive words, you can change others into an optimist. Even if you're shy, quiet, leave a nerve, your words encourage others. The song didn't mix all those stuff. After I read this, I only said positive words like, it's gonna be alright. These words were weight off my shoulders and made me say, I might win. Unfortunately, I couldn't pass the university again. However, I could pass the university, which is one of the most prestigious universities in Japan. Anyway, it was alright. Now, I'm engaged in a speech activity, which puts speakers under pressure. As a speaker, I'm struck by anxiety several days before speech comes. However, by saying positive words like, it's going to be alright, I get confident and enjoy speech activity. If you depend on me for his words, I can stand this pressure and stand here. Now, I'm sophomore in cases. In this club, sophomore has to manage a lot of activities, so we are always under pressure. One day, a sophomore said, I feel stress and anxiety, so I can't do anything. But even in the situation, I said positive word to her, like it's gonna be over. Then I was told, by talking with you, I can get totally anxiety and be positive. My word to my friends. If the moon changes itself into the sun, all the stars are shining. Why don't we become like the sun? Ladies and gentlemen, to launch a rocket to the frontier, let's say the positive verse. Finally, for speakers and our judges and dear audience, I want to conclude my speech by a positive word. it's gonna be over. Thank you.
Next is a question and answer period. Mr. Fosca, please.
Thank you very much for your positive speech. My first question would be, how many people do you think here in Japan are pessimists?
Oh, according to the Cabinet Office, the percentage of people who have negative feelings more than once a week is about 70%. It's much higher than other developed countries. For example, French people, only 30% of French people have negative feelings. So I think Japanese percentage of who have negative feelings in Japanese people is very high.
What do you think is the root cause of these negative feelings?
Japanese people are careful to Japanese people are careful to the other people's feelings. So in that case, so if I did something wrong, I will be excluded from others. So I think these fears make Japanese people pessimists.
Okay. Is there a way that we can apply your solution to solving this underlying problem?
I'm sorry.
So is there a way that we can use "it's going to be all right," the sort of optimistic mentality or way of thinking, to make this problem go down?
Also, by saying positive words, by saying positive words is based on the labeling and this is a very scientific. It's based on scientific evidence. So by saying positive words, you're become positive. And I think the Japanese people, it is effective for also Japanese people. So I think by saying positive words is effective.
Okay. I'm actually, whenever I'm a questioner, I'm very nervous about being a questioner. And I'm afraid that my questions are going to be either too easy or too challenging, and I tend to have a pessimistic outlook at my question time. What can I do to feel more comfortable when I'm going to be questioned, especially for the rest of today's questions?
I understand your feeling because I'm a little bit nervous before I deliver my speech, and it's Kana-san did a so funny speech, so I'm a little bit nervous. But by saying positive words, by telling positive words, telling myself positive words. So before this contest starts, when you tell myself positive words.
What would be some positive words I should tell myself?
Yeah.
Can you give me some words, some Kotodama expressions I can use?
Okay. So I can do it, or maybe I think everybody's okay. So maybe in this situation, just say that you can do it, or you're alright. This any possible person. Okay.
I'm very sorry, but the time has expired.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fosca and Mr. Ogawa.